Going to whittle a little while on this Atlatl with the penknife and my scrapers I made from a paint scraper blade at Lowe's. Cost $4. Get two of them. You can put 4 edges actually, but I only do 2. I'm going to work on the bow a little bit. I'm going to make this one for my grandson. It's going to be 15 or 20 pounds. Probably 15. He hasn't shot before. 10, 15 maybe. And 18-inch draw for him. And then I'm going to make this one for me. It's going to be 18-inch draw at 50 inches. What? Hey. So, without any further ado, we're going to start whittling first on this. Get my pen knife out and my razor knife. Now, part of the reason I chose this is because of this branch. I left it long because you'll put a banner stone, a weight or something, but if you just leave this long, it'll have the weight, and then I can carve my spur from this split branch. It'll be very strong. Length, about 18 inches. I just measure my hand and look. I like a little curve like this so that you get a better clearance. Without further ado, we'll do a little bit of whittling. And us country guys, this is what we like to do. This is called a push stroke.
Hey, Pappy.
And you use your thumb to push.
Hey, Pappy, what do you think about tickling me now?
Oh, you better get in there and get your shirt on. Papa's going to get you in video with no shirt on, and people are going to say, "Why does that boy have no shirt on?" And I'll say, "Because it's 80 degrees outside." And just take it a little bit at a time here. And this pushing cut gives you the most control.
Hey, Pappy.
Yes.
Gosh, see, I've got a gun.
Uh-oh.
Gonna get you now.
You gotta go get your shoes on, bud. This is the Flint zone.
Okay. And this is my Flint zone.
Yeah, that's the gravel zone.
So this is my zone.
That's your zone. You get to keep the gravel.
I get to keep I get to keep the house.
You get to keep the house.
No, I meant to say. Wait, why do you have a knife?
Because I'm whittling.
I want to do that. I heard that from Big City Greens.
You heard whittling on Big City Greens?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back out, get that knife.
You get your shoes on and I'll still see about letting you whittle. Alright. Now that's whittling. We're going to end the video right there because, when I get thinned down or if I start on the bow, I'll come back and turn the camera back on. But you don't want to watch me whittle for hours. I can show you this. Oh, dropped my scraper. Now this scraper is 45-degree angle, and then I roll the edge over. And when you're making bows, you need something like this that will scrape that fine shavings off. You can use a stone if you want, but one half dozen the other. Stone takes a little longer. Maybe it's more authentic, but I just want to make an Atlatl. So, alternate between scraping and whittling, and that's it for now.
Pappy. Hey, Pappy.
What?
Look.
Now, it might be a little hard to see, but how I keep track of how much thickness I've taken off, you can see the growth rings, and I try to make them parallel. And, you know, parallel in the same looking thickness. Now, this isn't, you know, rocket science or whatever. They don't have to be exact. And you can see them a little better right there. But that's how I keep track, and I'm going to go all the way to the end and, you know, slowly work the thickness down. You know, one layer at a time. I'm going about 1/4 of an inch, and I'll just keep working down. And that's the same way I do bows. And then once it's all done and it feels right in the hand, then I'll carve the spur. All right, we're gonna do working the facets. Now, when you want to go down in thickness, this broad, you can see this broad flat part is hard to scrape. So what I did was I took the corner off. Now I can take the corner off again. My knife's getting a little dull. And I can end up at the thickness I want without any measurements, any rulers, tape measures, even pencils. Oh, you can't see. Let me move you back a little bit. Tilts you up. Okay, so we got the, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. But making an atlatl, and I'm slowly thinning it down. What I'm trying to do is keep this flat in line with my spur. The easiest way to do that is, if you can see this facet here, I scraped down, I got this flat following the rings, and then I took the corner off the facet. That was a trick, or I don't know if it's really a trick, but a method that Dean Torgas taught to me when I talked to him about making bows. And if you don't know who Dean Torgas is, he made some awesome bows. I think he's unfortunately passed now, but I bought a Bowyer's Edge from him, and I moved several times, and you know, things get lost when you move. We'll just say that. I really regret it. I haven't been able to find where to buy another one. It was really a good scraper for bow making and stuff, because you could scrape paper thin. I give up. All right, there's my shavings, fertilizer for the lawn, and the big tree beside me. But I've scraped it down, and I have half of my work done. I got to take off this, you know, this part that's under my thumb here, if you could see. Get it to about there, and then after that, I'll start carving my spur. And I already have the spears pretty much made. I started making them a long time ago. But, you know, follow the grain lines. And don't be like me. Work this one as green. Don't leave it in your car for 5 days and then it dries out and it's hard as a brick. This is elm. It won't split. Look, it's no checks, no nothing. And it's dry. So, there we go. Have a good evening.